Selamat siang, Bapak, Ibu, rekan-rekan semua. Saya Amanda MC pada kegiatan kita siang ini. Mohon bersabar menunggu peserta yang lain. Tetap pastikan mic Anda dalam posisi mute selama kegiatan berlangsung. Selamat siang, Bapak, Ibu, rekan-rekan semua. Saya Amanda MC pada kegiatan kita siang. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amanda, MC for our activities this afternoon. Please be patient while we wait for other participants to join. Please make sure your mic is muted during the activity. We will start in 5 minutes. HGC Global Communications Limited is a leading international telecom operator and ICT solution provider. Headquartered in Hong Kong, operates 23 overseas offices with business over 5 continents. The company provides full-fledged telecom data center services, ICT solutions, and broadband services for local, overseas, corporate, and mass markets. Tapping into our resilient global footprint and deep experience in developing customized digital solutions for enterprises, we help organizations in all sizes to make more data-driven decisions in minimizing cyber risk. HGC provides the best-in-class tools and monitoring systems, including multiple 24/7 security operation centers and digital operation centers to support our customers in the ever combat against malicious actors. From consultancy, assessment, user security training, and platforms to addressing the new normal threats, we act as a holistic connector by partnering with international enterprises to implement data protection mechanisms, reinforcing their cyber defense and security landscape. Sekarang kita akan melihat beberapa video dari HGC. Mohon bersabar menunggu peserta yang lain dan video akan berlanjut.
最近咧，我哋商場咧揾咗 HGC 咧進行咗多項嘅 IoT 工程。咁透過無間斷嘅 IoT 監察系統咧，幫助到我哋商場嘅物管同事可以準確啦、緊密咁去自動監測住唔同地方嘅數據。而呢啲 IoT 嘅應用咧，有助我哋有效去管理個大型商場，改善呢個工作效率，增加呢個成本效益嘅。朗豪坊商場咧重視環保，以綠色建築為發展定位。我哋都好重視顧客嘅健康同埋咧環境嘅質素嘅。位於13樓為例啦，我哋夜晚嘅餐廳啦、酒吧咧成日都大排長龍，人流非常密集，空氣質素係非常重要嘅。我哋都額外揾咗 HGC 咧喺唔同嘅位置咧安裝咗一啲可以探測溫度啦、濕度啦同埋二氧化碳嘅 sensor， 因應相關嘅 sensor 感應室內嘅讀數改變，從而咧令我哋更加準確去調節相關嘅空調系統，令環境得到改善。維持優質嘅室內環境之餘咧，更可以節省能源嘅。我哋應用到呢個IoT 嘅技術咧，就唔需要因為工程咧拆除現有嘅裝飾，去鋪建嗰啲電源同埋監察線路，咁大大減少咗工程上所產生嘅建築廢料，達至呢個環保嘅理念。咁 HGC 咧喺呢個方面咧工程亦都好有經驗，咁咧佢都協助到我哋團隊咧去管理成個項目。咁個工程都進行得好順利，亦都大大減少咗我哋嘅工程嘅成本。其實我哋商場洗手間咧係其中一個非常人流多嘅繁忙嘅地方啦。咁我哋咧商場有部分類似嘅門口咧，附近都安裝咗一個智能廁所嘅 sensor做測試。最終咧，我哋希望能夠做到點咧，就係做到咧，當人龍真係多嘅時候咧，咁我哋可以咧自動通知到商場嘅同事去嗰度，去疏導翻嗰度啲人流咁樣。我哋喺商場呢啲機房位置咧，其實安裝咗一啲偵測漏水嘅 sensor 咧，佢連接住一條大約3米長度嘅水帶啦。咁萬一其實機房如果出現滲水嘅時候咧，嗰個 sensor 就會自動發出一個信號，通知我哋管理處嘅同事去即刻處理。對商戶同商場嘅訪客嚟講咧，我哋商場咧締造咗一個更好嘅室內環境嘅質素啦。咁大家行商場嘅時候咧更加舒適啦。咁逗留喺商場嘅時間亦都會耐啲。咁商戶當然可以做多啲生意啦。我會認為咧喺呢個 O2O 嘅年代，大家都逐漸習慣咗使用科技咧去幫助個營運啦，從而吸引更多人流同客戶。我哋都相信商場咧仲有好大嘅發展空間，同埋咧會隨着數碼轉型化啦。我哋咧都希望可以同好似 HGC 呢類型好熟悉商場運作嘅 partner 去合作，提供咧最合適我哋嘅方案，可以令我哋嘅商場營運咧能夠與時並進。
Selamat siang Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan. Selamat siang Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, kita akan memulai webinar rangkaian acara webinar kita. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Dalam kesempatan siang ini, kita akan membahas tema yang ketiga dari 5 Trends in IT Corporation. 5 tren global yang telah ada di Indonesia dan semua tim IT perusahaan harus tahu. Yang ketiga yang akan kami bahas adalah Cybersecurity. Kegiatan ini didukung oleh Aptiknas, Asosiasi Pengusaha Teknologi Informasi dan Komunikasi. Diadakan oleh Event Cerdas, Mitra Transformasi Digital Anda. Didukung juga oleh media partner biskom.web.id, portal teknologi, informasi, komunikasi, dan hukum. Webinar ini akan dimoderator oleh Funky Christian, selaku Ketua Aptiknas DKI Jakarta. Silakan Pak Funky.
Baik, terima kasih Amanda. Selamat siang Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan semua. Senang sekali kita dapat bertemu kembali dalam rangkaian webinar kita di tiap Kamis siang kali ini. Dan kali ini kita mendapatkan topik yang sangat menarik yang sedang menjadi hal yang hangat ya di Indonesia, yaitu tentang cybersecurity ya. Dan kami mengamati di asosiasi tren penggunaan cybersecurity ini sangat meningkat ya dalam masa-masa 2 tahun terakhir ini, terutama semenjak pandemi ya. Nah, jadi kita akan bahas dua hal yang memang merupakan problem cybersecurity yang paling banyak di Indonesia, yaitu phishing dan data breach ya, atau kebocoran data. Nah, hadir bersama kita narasumber yang kompeten dari HGC Global Communication. Yang pertama, saya greetings dulu ke Pak Simon Indra, Advisor Indonesia dari HGC Global Communication. Halo Pak Simon.
Halo Pak Franky, ya.
Ya, apa kabar Pak?
Kabar baik Pak.
Ya, oke. Okay, the next speaker in our session today is Mr. Ken Chen, ya, Senior Solution Engineer from Macroview Telecom, ya. Hello Ken.
Hi everyone.
Ya, oke. Jadi Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, dalam kesempatan siang ini kita akan mendengarkan mengenai pertama dari Pak Simon nanti apa sih HGC Global Communication, ya. Kemudian nanti secara detail kita akan juga melihat terkait dengan topik kita ya pada siang kali ini, prevent advanced phishing attacks dan minimize data breach ya. Oke, jadi saya langsung kasih kesempatan pertama kepada Pak Simon untuk bisa menyampaikan bahannya untuk kita semua. Silakan Pak Simon.
Oke, thank you Pak Franky. Oke, saya sharing screen nih, apakah bisa terlihat Pak?
Ya, mohon full screen. Ya, oke sudah.
Full screen ya, oke, ya. Oke, sebelumnya selamat siang Bapak Ibu. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for attending our webinar today. We hope that the information provided in our webinar will be useful for you. And also, I would like to say thank you to Pak Franky and his team for his help and support to organize today webinar. Okay, so first, let me introduce myself. My name is Indra Simon. You can call me Simon, and I'm from the HGC. I'm the sales from the OTT team. And join with me today to share about our main topic about phishing and also data breach. Please welcome Ken. Ken is the Senior Solution Engineer from Markoview. Okay, so for the next discussion, I'll be speaking in bahasa. Oke, jadi mengenai topik kita pada hari ini, nah kita akan coba membahas mengenai phishing attacks dan apa sih itu data breach gitu. Nah, yang kita akan coba bahas di sini seperti apa saja sih phishing attack itu gitu kan. Terus kemudian bagaimana cara kita mencegahnya, lalu apa saja bahaya atau risiko dari phishing. Nah, nanti ini semua nanti akan kita bahas di topik utama yang nanti akan dibawakan oleh rekan saya. Oke, jadi alasan kenapa kami mengangkat tema ini, kita tahu ya sebetulnya bahwa email phishing ini sebetulnya sih bukan hal yang baru memang di cybersecurity. Tapi kita melihat pentingnya ini untuk melakukan edukasi mengenai bahaya dari phishing dan juga data breach. Karena kita dalam kehidupan sehari-hari ini kita banyak mengalaminya juga gitu. Oke, jadi nah di next slide di sini seperti yang kita bisa lihat di tahun 2019 Badan Cyber dan Sandi Negara atau yang biasa kita kenal dengan BSSN ini melaporkan tingginya kasus cyber attack khususnya ketika pandemi Covid. Nah, di mana serangan seperti phishing, kemudian spam dan juga ransomware ini meningkat cukup signifikan. Nah, oleh karena itu kami dari HGC berusaha untuk mencoba mengangkat topik mengenai phishing dengan tujuan agar Bapak atau Ibu dapat memahami cara mencegah dan juga mengenali cara bekerjanya phishing ini. Oke. Nah, sebelum masuk ke topik utama, kami akan memperkenalkan mengenai HGC dan apa saja services yang kami dapat tawarkan. Oke, jadi HGC sendiri kita ini adalah perusahaan telco yang bergerak di fixed line operator dengan pusat di Hong Kong. Nah, HGC sendiri kita saat ini memiliki network dan infrastruktur baik itu di Hong Kong, ada juga yang di overseas atau internasional. Nah, contohnya di Indonesia saat ini POP kami berada di Cyber 1. Nah, adapun services yang kita tawarkan ini mulai dari seperti infrastruktur telco untuk operator yang lain dan juga untuk pelanggan corporate kita melayani juga sebagai service provider. Misalnya layanan seperti local loop, kemudian dedicated internet access, MPLS, serta beberapa solusi ICT lainnya seperti managed Wi-Fi, cybersecurity, dan juga solusi-solusi ICT yang lainnya. Nah, beberapa keunggulan dari HGC adalah yang pertama, kita ini terkoneksi dengan banyak operator telco, baik yang di lokal maupun di internasional. Nah, kemudian yang kedua, ini karena lokasi Hong Kong ini yang cukup strategis, ini sebagai jadi banyak itu di Hong Kong itu sebagai cable landing point dari submarine cable. Oke, nah selain karena lokasinya juga cukup dekat dengan Tiongkok, nah jadi saat ini HGC kita punya 5 jalur masuk untuk interkoneksi dengan para operator first tier dari Tiongkok. Nah, yang ketiga, kita memiliki juga model komersial yang dapat disesuaikan dengan kebutuhan dari customer. Nah, berikut ini adalah visi dan misi dari perusahaan. Oke, jadi HGC sendiri saat ini kita sudah beroperasi selama lebih kurang 26 tahun dari tahun 95, di mana pada waktu itu kita mendapatkan license untuk fixed telecom network service. Nah, berbicara mengenai jangkauan atau network coverage, kita dari HGC ini sebetulnya kita cukup luas. Saat ini kita bisa menjangkau hingga kurang lebih ada sekitar 136 negara. Ini dengan jumlah POP sebanyak 33. Ini termasuk major hubs yang ada seperti di Hong Kong, Singapura, Los Angeles, dan London. Kemudian kita juga memiliki 23 kantor perwakilan dari Asia hingga Eropa. Nah, untuk di Asia sendiri kami ada perwakilan seperti di Indonesia, di Singapura, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, dan Filipina. Nah, berikut ini adalah gambaran mengenai coverage jaringan internasional HGC dan lokasi kantor perwakilan kami. Untuk di Indonesia sendiri, kantor kami berlokasi di Office 88. Ini tepatnya ada di sebelah Mall Kota Kasablanka. Lokasinya cukup strategis dan mudah untuk diakses juga. Oke, nah berbicara mengenai services. Jadi services apa saja sih yang bisa kita tawarkan dari HGC? Nah, sebetulnya services yang kita tawarkan ini cukup bervariasi. Jadi sebagai contoh, misalkan Bapak Ibu punya kantor pusat yang berlokasi di Jakarta. Nah, lalu ada kantor cabang yang berlokasi di Singapura. Nah, untuk menghubungkan dua lokasi tersebut, kita bisa menggunakan service layer 2 dari HGC, seperti katakanlah VPLS ataupun MPLS. Nah, untuk kebutuhan lainnya, misalnya hanya untuk kebutuhan internet, nah kita bisa tawarkan yang kita sebut dengan dedicated internet access. Nah, selain itu, kami juga menawarkan beberapa solusi connectivity lainnya. Ini yang tentunya nanti bisa kita sesuaikan dengan kebutuhan dari customer. Nah, apabila Bapak atau Ibu menggunakan services seperti cloud, kami juga menawarkan sebuah koneksi secara langsung ke cloud, sehingga latensinya itu bisa lebih rendah, dan dari sisi network security ini tentu akan jauh lebih aman. Nah, kemudian kami juga bekerja sama dengan para pemilik data center atau data center provider, di mana kami bisa memberikan layanan untuk space apabila Bapak atau Ibu memiliki kebutuhan juga untuk data center. Kemudian selain solusi connectivity, dari HGC sendiri, kita juga ada menawarkan beberapa solusi ICT, seperti managed Wi-Fi, kemudian ada cybersecurity, dan juga ada smart retail. Smart retail ini yang tadi sempat ditayangkan di video ya, yang dengan bahasa Cantonese di awal tadi. Nah, kedepannya kita akan coba bahas satu persatu mengenai solusi ICT ini di kesempatan yang lain. Oke, HGC saat ini kita memiliki beberapa global customer, ini seperti yang ada di slide. Nah, selain yang ada di slide ini, kita juga ada beberapa customer yang lain, ambil contoh ya seperti Amazon dan Tencent, itu juga salah satu customer dari HGC. Nah, adapun layanan yang mereka gunakan di sini ini cukup bervariasi, biasanya sih mulai dari connectivity, kemudian ada data center, dan juga ada solusi-solusi yang lain. Nah, edge pop. Edge pop ini juga salah satu solusi yang kita tawarkan kepada customer ini yang membutuhkan gabungan antara koneksi dan perangkat. Nah, misalnya nih untuk customer yang belum memiliki infrastruktur, tetapi mereka ingin mencoba menawarkan layanan atau istilahnya mereka ingin test the water atau test the market. Nah, dari HGC sendiri ini kita bisa membantu menyediakan baik dari sisi infrastruktur, konektivitas, kemudian juga operation dan support. Tentunya ini dengan SLA yang tinggi dan kita akan menyesuaikan nanti dengan kebutuhan dari customer sendiri. Nah, benefit-nya ada beberapa dari edge pop ini, seperti satu kita menggunakan kita ada diversity atau protection yang menggunakan baik itu kabel terestrial atau kabel submarine. Nah, kemudian yang kedua, ini karena satu pintu, maka ini akan jauh lebih mudah dari sisi penyediaan untuk logistik. Nah, kemudian yang ketiga, kami juga menawarkan support dalam local language support. Jadi ini tentunya akan memudahkan dalam hal komunikasi. Nah, yang keempat, kami menawarkan solusi ini dengan SLA yang cukup tinggi. Nah, yang terakhir, kita dari sisi komersial ini kita sangat fleksibel, jadi nanti bisa disesuaikan dengan kebutuhan dari customer. Oke, nah berikut ini adalah lokasi untuk edge pop kami. Eyeball as a Service. Jadi, Eyeball as a Service ini juga salah satu layanan dari HGC, ini yang biasanya kita khususkan untuk para content provider, ya di mana dengan jangkauan dan juga interkoneksi HGC dengan operator atau para telco yang lain ini, memungkinkan kami untuk bisa mendeliver koneksi dengan latensi yang rendah. Nah, misalnya nih, katakanlah, untuk online gaming company. Nah, biasanya online gaming company ini mereka membutuhkan, low latency bandwidth. Tujuannya apa? Tujuannya agar, biasanya nih para pengguna atau para yang hobi bermain game, ini bisa menikmati game-nya nih lebih lancar. Nah, kemudian koneksinya juga lebih stabil, bisa mengurangi paket loss atau lag, ini yang biasanya sering kita rasakan ketika bermain game online. Nah, untuk Bapak Ibu yang menggunakan services cloud, nah dari kami juga kita punya another service yang kita sebut dengan Cloud Direct Connect. Nah, jadi Cloud Direct Connect ini adalah layanan konektivitas ini yang menghubungkan langsung ke cloud melalui layer 2 service. Nah, jadi seolah-olah dengan layanan Cloud Direct Connect ini kita serasa bekerja dengan private cloud. Nah, di mana beberapa keunggulan yang bisa kita dapatkan dengan Cloud Direct Connect ini adalah yang pertama, karena kita menggunakan koneksi layer 2, maka ini akan lebih aman, baik dari sisi jaringan, ya karena kita seolah-olah memiliki jaringan private network gitu ya, dan kita tidak melalui jaringan internet publik. Nah, kemudian benefit yang kedua itu adalah kecepatan akses ini tentunya akan meningkat. Dan yang ketiga, ini kita memiliki SLA yang lebih baik untuk sisi performance. Nah, untuk podset sendiri kita bisa start rekomendasi mulai dari 50 MB sampai ke 10 GB ya dengan guarantee bandwidth. Nah, kita HGC baru saja mendapatkan penghargaan ini dari Carrier Community dalam acara Global Awards 2021 untuk Best OTT Project of the Year. Ini yang belum lama ini baru diselenggarakan di Berlin pada 2 September yang lalu. Nah, jadi untuk meraih penghargaan ini kita dari HGC sebetulnya harus bersaing dengan para finalis seperti yang ada di slide. Jadi cukup banyak kompetitor yang perlu kita hadapi. Tapi walaupun begitu kita tetap berhasil keluar menjadi pemenang untuk Best OTT Project of the Year. Jadi kalau istilahnya sekarang ini ya bukan perusahaan kaleng-kaleng lah gitu. Oke, nah berbicara mengenai solusi cybersecurity dari HGC, nah sebetulnya kita nggak hanya berhenti di phishing aja gitu. Tapi secara gambaran kita juga bisa lihat yang seperti yang ada di slide ini, solusi cybersecurity dari kami ini sebetulnya cukup komprehensif. Kita mulai dari proteksi dari sisi eksternal, seperti DDoS, kemudian ada network firewall, kita juga ada web application firewall, sampai ke proteksi dari sisi internal seperti data leakage detection, log trace. Nah, ini yang menggunakan teknologi AI atau machine learning. Nah, kita akan coba bahas lebih detail untuk solusi-solusi cybersecurity ini di kesempatan yang berikutnya. Oke, jadi sekian presentasi dari saya. Terima kasih untuk perhatiannya. Selanjutnya kita akan masuk ke sesi topik utama yang nanti akan dibawakan oleh rekan saya, Ken. Okay, so thank you for your attention. Without further ado, I will hand over to my colleague, Ken, who's based in Hong Kong. He will walk us through about our main topic today about phishing and data leakage. So Ken, are you ready?
Yeah, thank you, Simon.
Okay.
Okay. Let me. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar. It's Ken speaking here from Macroview, Senior Solution Engineer. I help some of top organizations here in Hong Kong to actually fortify their security posture while helping them to maintain cybersecurity resilience as well. So today I'm glad to share with you my valuable experiences in both safeguarding ourselves and staying competitive in your specific industry, okay? So here is our agenda. Firstly, I will briefly talk about what is a phishing and why it's so popular, how does it work. After that, I'm going to introduce you how we're going to help you using the most effective methods. And there is a solution briefing. And lastly, I will give you a conclusion. So if you have any question, feel free to raise your hands or type in the chat box. My colleagues are glad to answer your question, okay? So what is phishing and why is it so popular? Actually, phishing is very annoying in many ways as we see it every day and we experience it every day. And we finally fall victim someday if we didn't pay enough attention, right? Sharing with you some online reports, Indonesia is actually reported being one of the most vulnerable countries in the region. And there are more than half of the several attacks that are from malware and phishing scam. With the latest technologies, adversaries could actually design and build up very comprehensive and attractive phishing campaign, just like the one you see here. Could you please tell me which one of them is a phishing email, or which one of them should be the real facebook.com? It's very difficult to tell, right, at the first glance, and honestly speaking, I don't know either. Further analysis is, of course, needed, but before we could conduct an effective analysis, we need to understand what exactly phishing is, right? Citing it from Wikipedia, phishing is actually a type of social engineering, which is in turn a psychological manipulation on people to let them perform certain actions or leak information. There are many types of phishing. The first one is spam. This is what we often receive every day. That is junk email. Okay. Spear phishing is a technique targeted at a group of well-researched people. And where well phishing is especially targeted at the senior management. That is C-levels, but in most cases, that will be the personal assistant of the senior management, since they are the actual persons who will have to check out the email on behalf of the senior manager, right? Some other derivatives include phishing, someone calling you, saying that you are involved in some kind of trouble, asking your cooperation. And the mission is, as you can see here, is a message phishing. Instead of calling you, just someone sending you SMS and messages pretending to be your friends or someone you don't know, but that is relevant to you. What I mean by someone you don't know, but that is relevant to you, such as those from your local authorities or some kind of local secret agency in your region, right? To better understand how phishing works, I want to share with you a simple phishing flow. Generally speaking, there are 3 steps involved. Firstly, attackers have to gather lots of information about you, okay? Because the better they know more about you, the more successful that phishing campaign will be. Possible places to gather your information could be your social media profiles, such as they could understand your friends, know more about your family, current status, and your moves from your Facebook profile or Twitter tweets, or to know your current occupation in your LinkedIn profile, or even your corporate website and the business cards are all good places to know more about you. Second step is to download a program used to send emails, okay? Possible places could be some kind of online learning communities where learners actually learn how attackers conduct an attack. But that is also a good place, okay, for attackers to download malware, okay, without fear of being installed by another attacker. Or they could also just buy phishing as a service from the dark web, okay? There are a bunch of professional services in the dark web offering such professional services, yeah. Hacking as a service, simple, pay as you go, right? And lastly, they just need to use that program and send that email to you or to a list of targeted users. And waiting for you guys to click on the link or open up the attachment files, etc. Here is an example of a phishing email, and there is a phishing link. Although it looks very benign, but whenever you click on it, in this case, the link, the underlying connection is going to be sent to the attacker. It won't be necessary to use links. Other forms could be posters or attachment, okay? But in this case, the underlying logic is whenever you click on it, you will be redirected to the phishing website. That looks at what the real website is exactly, except all of your inputs will be forwarded to the attacker, okay? And there will be a malicious program downloaded to your endpoints automatically without you notice even. Hereof, there are two scenarios. First one, the downloaded program, let's say ransomware, could establish the connection back to the attacker, okay? He or she could then maintain an overall control of your computer and steal sensitive files from your computer. In the second scenario, there is a secure solution that blocks that connection back. But in this case, the downloaded ransomware could just use its local encryption key to encrypt all of your files in your endpoints anyway. And in either scenarios, okay, the downloaded ransomware could just keep trying to infect more machines by spreading over the internal networks of your organization. And then that is your time, okay, to pay the money. So obviously it's relatively very easy to do and hard to defend because successful defensive strategies, methods, mechanism, whatever you call it, will highly depend on how our end users actually interact with that phishing campaign, okay? In other words, how deeply they actually engage with that phishing email. So that is a type of attacks that is easy to do, hard to defend, and with a high success rate. So what are we gonna do then? Well, how could we defend such an attack and protect ourselves? Well, it's targeted at people, right? So we need to start from them. We need to help our end users, help your employees to pick up necessary skill sets. They could actually then protect themselves, and they will in return protect our organization. And in the second step is that we need to have some kind of data loss prevention mechanism in place, because one of the most important steps for all attackers to do is to steal sensitive data from your endpoints, from your mobiles, from your organization, okay? So we need to have some kind of a mechanism to help us detect and stop such a suspicious behavior in real time. How are we gonna help you? We, HGC, are actually a very successful global operator. We're based in Hong Kong, but we operate globally. And we are one of, by far, largest local system integrators in Hong Kong, and by now, top 3 players. We serve most of top organizations here in Hong Kong, especially those from the financial sector. And often we partner with leading consulting firms such as Deloitte to provide professional services to every client of us. They will do the auditing job, and we will provide the professional services. As you can see here, our cables, facilities, and branches are spread over the 5 continents. And we offer a series of services and solutions to all customers from all walks of life, okay? To give you some example, we help our customer to do a cloud architecture review, design, cloud migration, or provide a real-time monitoring mechanism in place by our adaptive security operations center. Or even we could help our customer to build up a smart city, okay? To better arm ourselves and provide better professional services to our customer, we had built up 5 managed facilities, and surely all of them are certified internationally by ISO. To give you a glance, we actually have hundreds of professionals who are certified by leading vendors and authoritative cybersecurity institutions. To prove it, they are also delighted to maintain and establish a solid relationship with us. So ongoing collaboration and respected relationship is one of our ongoing pursuit as well. Solution briefing. Well, as aforementioned, right, phishing is targeted at our end user, at everyone that is people. So we need to start from them. We need to figure out how we could actually enable our end users so they could identify, detect, and report phishing emails themselves. That means they will protect themselves and they will protect our organization, because they won't be easily tricked by phishing emails or social engineering attacks, okay, and leak information accidentally. We have been providing such a professional services for a long time, actually, and our customers are from a list of sectors, and from serving them, we are giving in return valuable experiences that are accurate, reliable, and credible. To share a bit more with you, actually, some of the Fortune 500 organizations here in Hong Kong have been requesting for phishing awareness training to especially their personal assistant of the senior management as requested and required by their internal security program. Because they have found out that the number of phishing attempts targeted at them has been increased dramatically over the past 2 years after the pandemic. And there was a case, actually, a personal assistant who was, of course, overwhelmed by lots of works, was tricked by a phishing email, trying to upload confidential contract to the email, sharing with someone she thought was from the procurement department from the of the headquarters. And luckily, the security manager was alerted by such a suspicious behavior. So you could never know how easily you may be tricked unless you were tricked, okay? For our professional services, for our phishing awareness training, there are 4 stages to go through, okay? Firstly, our certified international certified professionals and ethical hackers will collect detailed requirements and know your current status, know your current situation. And after that, we're gonna use the professional tools to generate a phishing campaign, okay? And based on different scenario circumstances, we will use different hacking techniques to conduct an effective phishing campaign. Lastly, we will help you to understand how your end users actually interact with that phishing email, how deeply they engage with that phishing email, okay? With that information, we could actually build up and design and provide comprehensive, customized training to everyone in your organization based on needs. We will based on a series of factors, such as we will firstly collect lots of industrial characteristics, okay, in your specific sector. And further, based on your environmental factors, such as your company's culture, management habits, recent event of your organization, and even your language habits, we will further customize that phishing campaign. And based on different situations, we will use the different hacking techniques, such as spoofing, spear phishing, content injection, and link manipulation. Or we could just use a combination of the several, okay, based on different scenario and requirements from you. So we simulate what we will attackers to do to help you understand your current situation, security posture, and to understand your end users' security mindset as well. Surely there are many benefits you could acquire from such a professional services, but to just give you some example, first one, we could leverage on such a professional services to protect our end user. That is the weakest link in our cybersecurity defensive chain. We help them pick up necessary skill sets. We enable them to identify, detect, and report phishing attacks, social engineering attacks. So everyone in your organization shall be the first line of defender. And in such a way, we could enforce in return your security policy and being compliant with the relevant regulation in your region. And every single defender in your organization, that is your end user, okay, will protect lots of your intangible assets, such as your reputation, trade secret, patent, or confidential data, okay? because they won't be easily tricked by phishing email, okay? They will identify, detect, and report that phishing email instead. There's some facts to share with you. Actually, a Hong Kong governmental institution reported that after the professional services, they had found out that the number of reported incidents actually had been increased. Okay, that was a bit surprising and interesting. Did you think about why the number of actually reporting the incident had been increased after the professional services? Interesting, right? Because after the training, everyone, that is what I mean before, everyone in their organization could able to identify phishing emails and social engineering attacks, okay? So they cultivate their security mindset. So they could be able to identify, detect, and report several incidents more effective than ever, okay? Yeah. Data loss prevention from Forcepoint. We are recognized by Forcepoint as a golden partner, actually, and we have been deploying Forcepoint products since 2012, and there are more than 50,000 endpoints in our past deployment experiences, okay? And we actually have been recognized by Forcepoint for different achievements from time to time, as you can see here. Today, I want to share with you a methodology actually you could use to review, assess, and design your data-related prevention or protection mechanism or strategies. Instead of just helping you pick up some kind of simple solution you could use anyway, right? There are 4 stages to go through. Firstly, we need to identify where is our data, what is our data, right? Why? Because we never protect what we don't know, right? Simple and it makes sense. So we need to figure out what is our data, where is it? And based on different levels of importance, we will make a classification based on that. And then we will apply the corresponding controls, because we never want to spend a lot of money on information assets that have a little value for us, right? Lastly, we need to monitor any policy violation and suspicious behavior associated with data leakage. Forcepoint DLP actually just follows exactly what we just discussed before. It helps us to discover data from anywhere, from your cloud, from your private cloud data center, from endpoints, mobiles, etc. Okay, and based on different methods we choose, it will help us to make a classification based on different levels of importance of our information assets, and we could then use our customized templates to control how our data could be used, who could access what kind of data then, okay? And to monitor in real time the data usage and the behavior of our employees, okay? So it's like a triple WHA method, a deep look into data, right? So as is shown in the picture, we have the clear picture, right? Like for example, we know who exactly is accessing what kind of data using what kind of methods, and what kind of action do we want to take. In the example is someone from human resources department is accessing personal data using email and trying to share with, sending it to a business partner portal. And the action we want to take in this case is to encrypt that file before it's uploaded to the email. Of course, some other actions you could take include a remove or notify block anyway. Anyway, you have the call because you have the picture. You know what is happening. So then you could make an effective decision based on that, okay? Some fancy names to share with you include fingerprinting, cumulative analysis, optical character recognition, etc. Actually, yeah, they are fancy names actually in simple. All features we could use to detect granular data leakage behavior happening in our organization, okay? They are all fancy names, but the features we could use to detect granular suspicious behavior associated with data leakage. And also we could integrate with lots of third-party solutions as well to improve our capabilities in terms of information asset classification. And then we could use advanced analytics to identify who is the weakest one in our organization by applying the relevant risk score to everyone in your organization. And then based on that, with that information, of course, you could take actions, right? You know who is the weakest one, and you will be able to apply corresponding controls effectively and efficiently, right? Benefits of DLP. Surely, first one, we have the visibilities. We know where is our data, what is our data. Simple and makes sense. Second one, classification. We will apply the relevant classification. We will classify different levels of information assets identified in the first stage. And then in the third stage, we will apply corresponding controls. Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly, okay? Lastly, we will monitor any policy violation and suspicious behavior associated with our data information assets, okay? A customer case to share with you, okay? There was actually an international financial institution in Hong Kong, and actually there was a disgruntled employee who tried to copy lots of confidential files from the file server in their organization to her personal computer, okay, before the day she left, okay. And at that moment, actually, the IT manager, of course, is alerted by such a suspicious behavior, but that manager had a little choice at that moment. The only choice that manager had is to call that. Actually, she was from the senior management. To call that senior management, that was a bit tricky, okay? To call that senior management before the last day she left. Could you please stop such an abnormal behavior? Nothing more. After such an incident, they decided to find out to find us, help them to deploy data loss prevention mechanism in place. So actually, based on the unique scenario, we help them to employ and build up many different data security methods, okay, sub methods, okay, and mechanism as a whole. So generally, there are 3 channels we help them to make a protection against. The first one, we help them to implement a data leakage detection protection mechanism associated with the web channel. Secondly, we help them to detect any data leakage behavior, suspicious behavior associated with the email. And similarly, we help them to detect any suspicious behavior in the endpoints. As a result, they are able to take a predefined action to any suspicious behavior instead of just having a little control, okay? Just calling some users, asking them to stop such a suspicious behavior, okay? They will have predefined action to take against several predefined instances, okay? Because they will know what will be happening, what is normal, what is not, okay? So they have the picture, they have the control effectively. Conclusion. Well, as we can see, as I mentioned before, phishing is actually very easy to do. You could, in some situation, you could buy it by hacking as a service from the dark web, okay? Or you could conduct an effective phishing campaign yourselves to know more about your target end users, okay? And effective defensive methods will depend on how our end users interact with that phishing campaign. And one of the important steps for attackers to do is always to steal confidential data from your organization. So we could leverage on professional training, phishing awareness training, to help our end users pick up necessary skill sets to protect themselves, and then cultivate security-related mindset. So they are then be able to identify, detect, and report social engineering attacks themselves. And then lastly, we need to have some kind of data loss prevention mechanism in place to detect and control how our data is being used, and to detect any suspicious behavior associated with our data leakage, okay, of our data leakage policy in our organization. We have the picture, and then we have the control. That is it. That is how we could actually defend suspicious behavior in our organization and protect our organization and defend sophisticated social engineering attacks nowadays effectively. Yeah. Thank you. That is end of my sharing today. I will take a look at the chat box, see what kind of a question do you have. Okay. Oh, I see some questions in Indonesia, right, Simon?
Yeah, there are some question that is in Bahasa.
Could you please translate that in the chat box to English, and we could then answer that question, because we cannot understand that question. Okay.
Ya. Oke, jadi Pak Simon.
Ya, Pak Franky.
Ya, jadi kita sebelum lanjut ke Q&A, kita minta rekan-rekan yang hadir di sini semua untuk mengisi dulu kali ya.
Boleh ya.
Ya, jadi silakan Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, Anda telah lihat di layar ada QR code ataupun juga bisa melihat di kolom chat. Amanda sudah sharing juga di kolom chat ya, ada survei yang bisa Anda isi, dan kalau Anda isi ini Anda akan mendapatkan Starbucks voucher serta phishing assessment ya. Jadi tadi saya lihat banyak pertanyaannya ini tanya soal phishing dan sebetulnya nanti di salah satu layanan dari HGC ini juga bisa melakukan phishing assessment. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan gunakan kesempatan ini untuk mendapatkan phishing assessment, dan tentu saja nanti Anda akan mendapatkan Starbucks voucher ya, yang setelah Anda mengisi form nanti Anda akan dikontak oleh tim HGC untuk terkait dengan phishing assessment-nya. Oke, silakan boleh ke QR code-nya di-scan atau langsung ke klik questionpro.com yang ada di chat Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan sekalian saat ini ya. Silakan gunakan kesempatan ini sebelum kita masuk ke sesi Q&A.
Ya, jadi nanti untuk pengisian survei ini nanti tolong diisi yang selengkapnya saja. Jadi nanti biar tim dari kami ini nanti bisa menyortir lah gitu. Karena jadi ada dua hal di sini ya. Yang pertama ini Starbucks e-voucher. Nah, terus yang kedua kalau Bapak atau Ibu misalnya ini tertarik untuk istilahnya melakukan kayak phishing assessment. Nah, itu nanti kita bisa bantu juga dari HGC gitu.
Ya.
Nah, jadi total untuk jumlah user untuk free phishing assessment ini kita bisa melakukan up to sampai 4.000 user.
Oke, luar biasa.
Ya.
Free-nya sampai 4.000 ya Pak ya?
Sampai 4.000 ya.
Oke. Silakan Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, ini yang di YouTube juga boleh ya. Silakan scan aja QR code-nya. Saya lihat ada juga yang mengikuti via YouTube. Bisa mengakses ke QR code yang ada. Nanti akan dilengkapi datanya. Silakan lengkapi datanya di dalam link yang ada. Oke, sambil menunggu, apa kita mau langsung masuk ke Q&A session? Pak Simon and Ken, while we are waiting, can we move forward to the Q&A session?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because I saw so many questions already. Yeah.
Yeah, we have received so many questions. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I
Let me
will.
see.
Yeah.
Question. Yeah, I see some question.
Okay. I will select some question. Yeah, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah, probably we select some question. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The first question, I think, from Pak Nanang Ardia Graha. Pak Nanang already asking so many questions. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we will talk about this first. Yeah. Because why are phishing attacks so hard to defend? And number two, yeah, why do I need phishing protection? Why I'm hosted plan like Office 360? I think that two first.
Okay, so the first one is why that is so hard to defend phishing attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I just mentioned before, how you could actually defend a phishing attack depends on how your end users interact with that phishing email. Okay, because they will be the first line who will interact with that phishing content. You can do nothing, okay? But help them in advance. What is real? What is not? What is fake? What is not? Okay. So that is one of our advantages is by applying the relevant training to our new users, because we will help them to identify, detect, and report what is phishing email. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, how about the second question? Why do I need a phishing protection if I'm on hosted plan like Office 360?
Okay, so let's say there are many types of phishing. Okay, spam email is what we often receive every day. That could be stopped by your solution. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is not, and what is complex phishing email is that there are some kind of targeted users that they are actually senior management, C-levels, okay? And there are a bunch of professional hackers, a group of hackers, a team, okay, a hacking team, who will be targeted at that specific user, okay? So every effort that a hacking team makes will not be filtered by your solution. Why? Because they will highly customize that phishing content, okay? You can never protect such a suspicious for sophisticated, complex phishing content, okay? They will especially target at that one person. Maybe they will spend a week or 1 month just to target at that person. And to, let's say, I will send you, let's say there is a professional hacker who will send some kind of benign email to that senior management, to that C-levels, CEO. And there is nothing in that email but a link, okay, directed to a real website. And that attacker could just then call that CEO and saying something suspicious. And so you could imagine in such a combination, complex situation, how could you actually leverage on your single solution to stop such a multi-steps social engineering attacks, phishing attacks? That is very hard to defend, right?
Yeah. Okay. I think the next question also still related. Yeah. What are the two most important defense tactics for prevent phishing, Ken?
You mean the most effective methods to prevent a phishing attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say, no, everyone, actually, the cyber defense institution in the America, they will say training will be the first option for every organization to cultivate a security mindset of their employees. So their employees could be able to identify, detect, and report phishing attacks. Okay. Solution. Let's say you deploy some kind of solution. Spam. You deploy some kind of email protection solution that will help you to stop spam emails. Okay, but that will not work effectively in terms of defending real phishing. That is a very specific targeted at one person phishing email. Okay, very hard to defend. So we need to leverage on training. What I mean by training, we will, based on different situation, provide customize different training programs to everyone in your organization based on their requirements and uniqueness. Okay, we are not providing some kind of a standard training. We will based on their interaction with that phishing campaign, and then we will provide the relevant training to help them to raise their security mindset and to pick up necessary skill sets, and then they will be able to protect themselves in return.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I may add, Pak.
Yeah, go ahead, Pak.
Yeah. So I think just to add some statement from Ken. Yeah. So I think there's some research or study that say that 70% of the attacks is actually is not through the like network firewall, something or from the network security, but it is more on the user itself. So that's why I think the important is we need to get educated. Yeah, we need to know how to prevent it. Yeah, if we don't have that kind of information, then yeah, I think the hackers they will not try to bring down your firewall. They will not try to attack your firewall. Instead, they will find a way. Yeah, usually I think the weakest link I think is from the users.
Ya. Oke. Let's dig more ya. Jadi Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan tadi salah satu yang disampaikan bagaimana mengatasi phishing ini adalah dengan awareness atau training ya, training awareness. Nah, perhaps you can explore more what kind of training that you will provide is I don't know whether it's on-site or video or something.
Oh, okay. So what kind of training we will provide, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So generally speaking, we will provide a video-based training program for end users to take online courses. Okay, they will of course will have to take quizzes after the videos. So based on different scenarios, we will provide different videos to different employees. And of course, in some kinds of cases, if possible, we will, after the pandemic, of course, okay. So we will, if possible, deliver an on-site training, if possible, in the future. Yeah. But that will be discussed in detail with our customer. Yeah.
I see. Oke, jadi kita kembali dulu ke pertanyaan audiens ya. Sebentar saya lihat lagi. Pak Nanang nih pertanyaan banyak sekali nih ya. Pak Simon lihat pertanyaan Pak Nanang banyak ya.
Iya.
Kira-kira mau ada yang diambil nggak? Atau saya lanjut ke pertanyaan yang lain dulu nih?
Mungkin lanjut ke pertanyaan yang lain dulu kali ya, biar yang lain kebagian ya.
Pak Zebri Herman. How we report the link phishing so the link can be blocked? If our website, the second question, if our website get hacked and they put it on the phishing page and will be detected as a malware, how to get it normal, unlisted? Ken or Pak Simon?
Your question is how we could actually restore our website if that website was compromised by attacker, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is out of our phishing awareness training. Okay, training is kind of a training targeted at our end users. But website protection is of course one of our services we could offer. Actually, that is called web protection. So in our web protection service, we will help you to monitor your performance of your website and the current status of your website. If there is any suspicious, let's say, I will give you an example. Some hackers compromise your website and put some kind of a small tricky logo, okay, to replace your actually corporate logo. So we will detect such suspicious behavior in real time. If there is a such incident, we will actually notify you immediately, okay, and help you to restore your website to the normal.
Okay.
But that is our web protection services.
Ya, ya. Pak Simon mau nambahin?
No, Pak. I think it's already answered by Ken.
Okay. The next question from Pak Yong Ong. Can you mention the difference between the training CND, CEH, and HGC awareness training? Which one should we take in small and medium business company?
I mean, the difference between training CND, CEH, and HGC awareness training. So, may I know what do you mean by CEH? Is a certified ethical hacker or?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's certified ethical hacker.
Oh, okay. So what is CND then? Training CND.
CND.
Anyway, I will take I will take as some kind of training. Okay. Well, CEH is actually a certificate you could acquire, okay, by taking exams for yourselves. That is a certification, okay. HGC awareness training is a training program. We will help you to provide comprehensive and customized training to help you and the users to identify and detect social engineering attacks, okay. There is no certification after you finish the training program. But CEH is actually a certification you will learn and pass the exam before you could get that certificate, okay? Yeah. I think that's different. Yeah. Training is another thing. Certificate is
another.
Again a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next question, Pak Budi Hertanto. Is there any possibility the phishing is related to the advertising, web advertising? Yeah, I mean not web advertising. I think is there any possibility phishing related to the web advertising on the website that has a good reputation? HGC solution can protect and help the website owner if there are some injection on the advertisement on their website?
I will take that question in this way. You mean how we could actually protect our website again from possible suspicious manipulation by attackers, right?
Yes, through the advertisement on the website.
Okay. You mean there are some kind of advertisement we put on our website, right?
Yes.
So we need to prevent that from being modified by someone unauthorized, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is again the service of our web protection services. We will monitor the overall performance of your website and then detect any suspicious things in your website. If there is, we will notify you right away and help you to restore that website to the normal and to remove any suspicious, let's say, scripts, and to make that website again works as what we expected. Okay, so that is out of our phishing awareness training, but is a service we could provide in terms of web protection.
Web protection, yeah.
Web protection service.
Yeah. Okay. The next question from Pak Asep Muhammad Firiansa. do we have a process that ensures cyber risk is integrated with the business risk?
Do we have a process for what?
That ensure cyber risk is integrated with the business risk?
Oh, you mean, that is an interesting question. Okay, so let me recap that question this way. How could actually we integrate the cyber risk to our business risk, right? Right? Am I right?
Yeah, cyber risk is integrated with the business risk. Yeah.
Okay. So if we want to, yeah, that is a very good thought. Okay. We definitely need to integrate the information risk with our business risk. Okay. But that is something you should do in your own. I mean, you have to build up some kind of governance, risk governance, okay, that in your organization that integrate with cyber risk, okay, with business risk. And there are some framework you could actually use to design and develop some such a controlling governance framework in your organization that you could leverage on to integrate your cyber risk with your business risk. You could leverage on COBE5, okay? COBE5 framework. That is a framework you could actually leverage and develop your customized strategies, okay? So that is kind of a framework you have to do yourself. But in that framework, let's say there are some kind of a cyber risk protection program. Let's say that program requires we to provide a training program to our end users. That is what we, HGC, comes to play and to help you to provide professional services, okay? But anyway, the main job have to be done by our customer, okay? They have to develop a strategy, develop a governance framework, okay? That will help them to control their control all risk as a whole, okay? All risk as a whole, in which cyber risk and the business risk are all handled.
Yeah. Interesting question, ya, Pak. Okay. Another one from Pak Mawardi. Talking about phishing is definitely related to the security and data security. Permission to X. How is the solution from HGC related to the data leakage? I think it's data breach related, yeah. Is there any solution regarding this?
Which one?
Data leakage or the data breach?
Data leakage, data breach, okay. We could leverage on the data leakage prevention solution from the first point, okay. Yeah, but actually that depends how, I mean, what kind of data leakage behavior you want to have. You want to protect, okay. You want to prevent. So what kind of data leakage behavior you want to stop, yeah. But generally speaking, we could actually use the first point DLP to have a data loss prevention mechanism in place that will help us to detect and stop data leakage behavior in our organization. Let's say on employees' endpoints, personal computers, or emails even, yeah.
So through the DLP, right?
Yeah.
Oke, itu ya Pak Ardi ya. Berikutnya Pak Indra Zuliardi. How to measure someone's knowledge about cybersecurity awareness if that person has been giving training on the cybersecurity awareness? How to measure, yeah.
They have to take a quiz, okay. They have to take a little quiz, yeah, after the training. And then we will know how actually they acquire, I mean, how deeply their knowledge is, okay. And again, also we could conduct another cyber, conduct another phishing awareness training, phishing campaign again, okay, to test their security mindset, okay, after the training.
Yeah.
To fish them again.
Okay. I think there are some also question. What kind of tools that you would use for the phishing assessment?
What kind of tools? We will use proof-point tools to actually to deliver video-based training program to our customers. And for the phishing email templates, we will, based on different scenarios and different tools could be selected by us. Okay, so I think that is a measure of us. But anyway, the tools our customer will use will be the proof point.
Yeah. Okay, I think the last question from Pak Abidin, how to protect the big data from the phishing attack?
Big data.
Yeah.
From phishing attack. Actually, we have to define. Okay, we have to define exactly what is our big data we want to protect. Okay, if that big data reside on our, let's say, private data center, we will leverage on DLP again to stop data leakage. Okay, but to prevent the leakage of data and to stop phishing, we have to leverage on phishing awareness training again to help our end user to cultivate the security related mindset. Okay, so they will identify what is a phishing email, what is a fake email, what is a real. So they won't be easily tricked by phishing email. So that means that they won't easily share your data with someone outside of your organization. Okay, and then we will have data leakage prevention mechanism backwards to prevent the data leakage. Okay. Again.
Okay.
So they work in combination.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Ken. Pak Siwan, do you want to add something on the question? Yeah, there are so many questions under that, but Pak Nanang, I think we already captured the first question. Yeah. Is there any you want to highlight on the questions chat?
Yeah, probably I just maybe want to add something, but maybe I will speak in bahasa ya.
Ya.
Ya, jadi kalau kita bicara ya mengenai cyber risk ya. Nah, kalau cyber risk sendiri ya sebetulnya ini kembali lagi sih ke user sendiri gitu ya. Nah, ke user ini maksudnya habitnya ini seperti apa? Nah, mungkin saya ambil contoh lah, kalau misalnya kita kerja di perusahaan gitu ya. Nah, ketika misalnya kita tinggal komputer, nah berapa banyak sih dari kita yang biasa melock Windowsnya kita gitu.
Yeah.
Mereka kan biasanya kan hanya tinggal pergi aja ya kan. Nah, tiba-tiba nanti balik mungkin ada yang akses atau apa kan nggak ada yang tahu. Itu salah satunya. Terus ya habit kita nih kalau kita misalnya connect ke public wifi, misalnya di Starbucks atau di mana. Nah, itu habit-habit yang seperti itu, yang pertama kita harus melock komputer kita, terus kedua waktu kita, connect ke public wifi itu, ya itu, sebetulnya kan risikonya kan juga, cukup besar gitu ya. Ya karena kan kita nggak tahu nih di jaringan itu ada komputer siapa aja yang terkoneksi gitu. Nah biasanya ya mungkin salah satu yang bisa kita cegah adalah kita connect dengan, jangan ke public wifi tapi kita mungkin dengan, apa istilahnya personal hotspot-nya kita gitu. Jadi mungkin ya itu kembali lagi sih ke ke edukasi lah, edukasi, kalau kita sudah teredukasi ya nanti dari habit pelan-pelan kita akan bangun, ya sehingga nanti, bisa lebih baik lah untuk, cyber risk-nya.
Oke. Itu aja Pak Simon?
Ya, oke. Itu
Baik,
aja Pak Eki ya.
Ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, itu adalah sesi Q&A kita, terakhir sesi Q&A kita. Jadi saya ingatkan lagi, silakan mengisi form ya. Jadi mengisi form ini saya kopas lagi questionpro.com ada kodenya. Jadi silakan isi form atau scanning QR code ini yang di layar juga bisa mengakses hal yang sama untuk mendapatkan free trial dan to phishing assessment dan juga Starbucks voucher ya, e-voucher. Yang silakan Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, terima kasih banyak sekali. Tadi pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang menarik untuk kita bahas dalam sesi Q&A kita. Sebelum itu, Kalau sudah mengisi semua, boleh di stop sharing screen-nya. Ken,
Yes.
ya, can you stop the screen sharing?
Yeah.
Oke, jadi kita akan lanjut ke closing remark. We will hear the closing remark from Pak Simonindra. Go ahead, Pak.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for everyone who's still with us until the end of this webinar. Yeah. So we'd love to hear back from you. If you have any question that probably you don't have a time to ask, or maybe we haven't have a time to answer your question within this webinar, first, I think we will try and reach out to you. But if you have any question that maybe you cannot ask during this time, then you can also reach out to us. You may contact me directly using my phone or WhatsApp, and we will be very happy to have a discussion together. Okay, so see you in the next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pak Simon. Next from Ken Chen.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for attending today's webinar. And if you have any question, feel free to reach to us. Okay, we are glad to answer your question and help you in any ways if possible in the future. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan. Kita tadi telah mendengarkan closing remark yang merupakan akhir dari sesi webinar kita pada kesempatan sore kali ini. Kembali saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada HGC Global Communication untuk kesempatan dan waktunya bisa sharing bersama dengan kita terkait dengan hal yang sangat menarik, yang sangat sering sekali kita hadapi dalam keseharian kita di tempat Bapak Ibu sekalian juga ya. Once again, thanks to Pak Simonindra and also from Mr. Ken Chen from the Microview ya. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu semua ya. Mohon izin karena modenya ini webinar nggak bisa foto bersama nih ya dengan peserta ya.
Oh, oke.
Ya, jadi yang bisa foto bersama hanya panelis nih kalau modenya webinar ya. Oke. Ya, silakan Amanda.
Okay, Pak Funky, let's get ready to take a photo together. Let's capture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Wait. Okay, wait.
Oke.
One more. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oke, baik.
Thank you, Mr.
Ya.
Ken. Thank you, Mr. Simon. Thank you, Pak Funky.
Ya,
Oke,
baik.
thank you too.
Selamat sore Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan. Terima kasih. Sampai nanti kita bertemu di kesempatan webinar selanjutnya ya. Terima kasih semua. Terima kasih. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Pak Simonindra.
Bye.
Thank you, Pak Franky. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bu Amanda. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank
you,
you, Miss
everyone.
Kathy, Mr. Tony,
Thank
and
you,
Mr.
Kathy.
Alex.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. See you.
See you again.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.